It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Birds and the Lions, next on Madden Football.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within one quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers to, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? If as a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Now they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
They'll run. It's Sanders. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Hurts to throw. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Lions' 45-yard line.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 33.
The coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
2nd down at 4. Hurts sets up to throw it. It's caught by Sanders. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Sanders again. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders taking it in from 2 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
2nd and 9.
Listen. Shout.
Goff a handoff here to Swift. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going, and if points result, we'll call this play significant.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. A shotgun snap for Goff. Open man is Quintez Cephas. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Goff on first down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Not gonna happen today.
Goff throwing again. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Goff. He gets this complete to Cephas. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. To the air again, Goff. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Here's Goff. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Goff now looking to throw. Looking for Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. So a late touchdown here just before the half, and that obviously changes the dynamic of this game.
Yeah, in a couple of ways, partner, because they've been shut out up until this point. So now at least they go into the locker room, and Uncle Mo may be creeping over to their side to talk to him a little bit. And second, they're right back in the football game, an extra point away from tying things up.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all time. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for Philadelphia. And they didn't get a whole lot done in the rushing department in those first 2 quarters. They probably feel pretty lucky to be tied here at halftime. Meanwhile, for the Lions, here's a look at their numbers throwing the football in what was a very even first half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So, Charles, tying game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Sanders shaking and baking. And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Another run with Sanders. Oh, eluding the tackle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. On 1st down, Sanders. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing is Hurts. Hauled in over the middle by Rager. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look close.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Swift. Swift's got the first down and then some. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, 71 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category, and that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you, and let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to it, and that's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Yeah, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
4 yards remain for second down. Hurts. And one more time, that's Watkins. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
13 yards. And an Eagle first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
It's caught, Smith. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. It's a second down run with Sanders. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
From the 36, Hurts. And his throw here is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
If they get nothing else here on third down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot. Now back to throw. That swung out wide to Sanders. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes you just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
On first down, Hurts. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. This ball complete to Rager. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
It's a gain of 10. And an Eagle first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the Eagles are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead. Once again with Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jordan Howard, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And finishing it off with a touchdown run was Jordan Howard. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Khalif Raymond now. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So here's Goff and the Lions. Down 21-14. Less than 90 seconds to go. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Goff. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Goff. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
The Goff's throw taken in by Hockenson here.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. Now Goff. He'll get this off to Swift. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Goff now to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory, and I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
They'll try it now with Swift. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Hurts down to one knee, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long. We'll see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.